And then the final one was Tommyknockers, which was also a series a long time ago. And in it, who's passing through, you guessed it, Derry, he believes he starts to hallucinate when he looks at a sewer and could swear he saw a clown staring and smiling up at him. He also mentions that he was holding a fistful of red balloons. There's also a It reference in a new Stephen King adaptation that comes out this year, but I'm not gonna say which.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say, Stephen King had the first multiverse, bro. Sue Disney now, bro. Get your bread up, man. You feel me? Like, yeah. First of all, I've never been. Y'all know I don't do horror. I've never really watched any Stephen King stuff. But when I've
served.
Yeah, everything that's been coming out about the Stephen King universe, I think is amazing. And like to watch this, I was like, wow, to interconnect these little nuances over these different films over the last 30, 40 years, I think that's pretty freaking amazing. So how do you guys, I want to start with Ade and Mr. Sterling. How do you guys feel about, like, when you see stuff like this, does that give you inspiration? Does it make you excited? Are you like, yo, nigga, we about to have mass up here, we gonna have the crossover event with you know what I'm saying, with, like, somebody, like, you know, how do y'all internalize stuff like this?
I've always been a fan of Stephen King's work. I mean, cocaine's a hell of a drug, and it led him to greatness. But like he's on my list with Osamu Tezuka, Jack Kirby. I don't give Stan Lee a lot of credit. I give Kirby the credit, and a few other people, Akira Toriyama. A lot of those people who, and Eiichiro Oda, like the people who world build, the people who have that connective tissue. Like, even in my own work, I consider everything I've ever done to be part of what I call the Hiruniverse. All of it is like this meta multiverse where all the characters, every idea I had going all the way back to second grade, it's all out there floating in space, ready to bump into each other. And so when I see it, and I see the stuff he's on with Dark Tower, and I've role played in that, and I played role playing sessions in that world and try to live it and breathe it. Like, I think it's great. Like, I'm not burnt out on the multiverse. I'm burnt out on, like, Disney trying to do the multiverse and DC acting like you have to have 52 Earths for everything. But I like the idea of building that up. That kind of thing hypes me up and gets me excited, because I like to put in Easter eggs. I like to flesh out a world. I like to be able to, in one book, say one thing, and then 4 books later, be like, hey, remember when I said that thing? It paid off. I told you. There you go. See, you should have been reading the whole time. So for me, I think it's really exciting. And the stuff he does with Derry, and the stuff with the Dark Tower and the Man in Black, and all that stuff's always been great to me.
Yeah, Stephen King is dope. And what I like about his, because I think what we're kind of seeing is this more of like a nostalgic resurgence of his IPs, and then them wanting to refresh them through a new lens. And that's the dope part, because when he first came out, obviously it was around that era where they were like, there was no Marvel movie, so they were developing authors like crazy. Like, oh shit, let's develop a bunch of John Grisham stuff, and then eventually they do that with J.R. Tolkien, and then, you know, like, what's her name who did Harry Potter?
J.K. Rowling.
Like, say Danielle Steele.
Yes, that too. So those types of, like, okay, writers.
Hey, it's the Black Nerds Podcast.